Yo, what's up? My name is Rich. Welcome back to another video. In this video right here, we're gonna talk about it again, Alibaba.com. You know why? Because there's always new people coming to the channel, and you know what? I can't teach how to make everything, but I can point you in the right direction. So last time we talked about Alibaba.com, we're gonna do something custom for a clothing brand, but I decided to change that last minute because you know what? It's nice to be able to elevate it beyond clothing. So one thing I decided to do was to do a vinyl figure. You know, it's one thing to have clothing all the time, but you got to remember, you're a brand. You got to have things that elevate you beyond just clothing. So one thing I want to do is a custom vinyl figure. There's lots of different suppliers for custom vinyl figures on here, as you can see. So that's one thing that I'm interested in now, because at first I was going to add on something else for a clothing brand, but you know what? We produce a lot of those items already. When it comes to something like a vinyl figure, let's look at it from the customer's perspective. If somebody's wearing your clothes, you know, they take it off, they're not really thinking about your brand anymore. But if you have a vinyl figure and it sits at their office all the time, sits at their desk, you know, that's a constant reminder, like, you know what? I do love that brand. Let me go check out their website once again and see what it's all about. And it's just something else that's just totally unique. You know, you're not just a clothing brand, you're an actual brand. So you gotta branch off, especially if you have items that are characters that are on your t-shirts. This is something that you may want to look into. And I don't know if you remember in that previous video, I showed an old clothing brand that I had, which was like kids based. This will be pretty cool to do. Anyways, there's a few different things about Alibaba.com that I want you to know about, which is like issues that I've been hearing everybody have with sourcing. You know, we showed this in a previous video, getting these bags. I just hit myself. These bags, custom bags, and you know, custom jogger suits with the Chanel patch. We showed that previously. But there's a few things that everybody was having issues with when it came to sourcing. Remember, when you're searching for something, click on that page, click on that listing, look on the right side and you see the supplier. You can see if it says verified supplier. You can see if they got good ratings, how long they've been on the platform. Now this will let you know if they're a trustable source or not. And of course, you know, you always got the reviews. So a whole nother thing is a lot of us don't have large capital to start. I would recommend at the very least like $500. 500 bucks can get you something on here, and this is going to be a good investment because this is something that's beyond clothing and you're doing something completely custom for once, whether it's a full-on cut and sew clothing, whether it's like a Chanel patch hoodie, you know, there's the list goes on. But you know what, I'm gonna share something that I've never shared before. Of course, if you go way back on my content, you know I've done eBay, you know I've done Amazon, I've done a whole lot of things besides clothing. So let me show you something that I used to do on Alibaba. So every once in a while I would do something new every month. Like I would purchase, so this one right here is from 2016. I was buying the little Funko Pops. This is just a clear protector case that goes outside of the actual box. So all I did was purchase it from Alibaba.com. I would buy 3,000 of them at 21 cents each. Of course, I had to pay for shipping. So that was that. The shipping was more than the actual product. So in total, I was paying around $13.50. But I was selling on places like eBay and Amazon. And at the time on Amazon, I was able to sell it for around 28-ish bucks. But this was for a 20 pack. And this was FBA. So Amazon was fulfilling the actual order. So in total, for every 20 pack I sold, I was making around 10 bucks profit. So at the end of the day, I was making around 1,500 bucks for every 1,300 bucks I spent. So I would do this like every month, every other month, like on and off through the years. And I always like to throw in some kind of side hustle that I just like to do for fun outside of just apparel itself. So right now, I'm just building a brand, doing t-shirts, stuff like that. I'm not focused on it as much, but listen, if you're starting off and you're having a hard time with your actual clothing, you know, you might want to find something to sell on the side, something like this. And of course, let me go ahead and check. I know I did the fidget spinners as well. I did that in 2017. So I mean, of course, anytime you see some kind of craze, there's some kind of money to be made somewhere. And it's important to make capital to keep your business going, especially if you're just starting off, or if you know what, if you just want to have some fun. I know not everybody in here has been able to successfully do your whole clothing business and all that. So sometimes it's nice to venture off and see if we like other avenues of the business. Sometimes things that we learn in building our actual t-shirt business is the very foundation of an actual business. And then sometimes we can find other products that we like that still relates to building a brand, and we can branch from there. So even think about it like a figure, right? That has to do with your brand. all of a sudden you're just like some kind of big toy figure company, you know? You make different kinds of ninjas. So maybe clothing is not just it, but hey, if it is, guess what? You can still get awesome custom clothing on here, as we've shown previously. So be sure to look on those right sides for like trustable sellers. Of course, let me go ahead and check as well. Look, I always do the trade insurance order, especially if I'm purchasing from a new supplier. That way you can worry less and sell more. You got to remember, it's always about trust. I've been saying this in the past several videos. Trust. As a customer, we want to purchase from a supplier that's trustable, right? So we want to look out for all those things, good reviews, stuff like that. So whenever you sell things as well, just big tip, I want you to know, whenever you set up your own websites, make it trustable. Make everything look good. That way the customer can trust you the same way we want to trust a supplier. So one other quick thing I want to mention is, if we don't have over $1,000 or, you know, some kind of more high capital to use to begin with, we can always look for something with a low minimum order quantity. So whenever we're searching for something, on the left side you can refine this. It says minimum order and it says less than. So type in less than 50. So that way it sorts out the search and it only shows you the suppliers that would take a minimum order quantity of 50 or less. That way you can spend less and also sell more. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed this quick video. Alibaba.com. I just want to make it a little less intimidating for everybody who wants to do something a little more custom, and you know, just something that's a little different, that's gonna aid your brand and take it to the next level. So it's all about elevating your brand. I just want to throw in this quick video because we always have a whole lot of new subscribers joining in, and we got to help them build their brand. But before we end this video, Alibaba.com wants me to let you know about Super September, which is a promotional period in which global business buyers and sellers can stock up on inventory ahead of the holidays. Amazing discounts up to 40% off across 34 different categories. So make sure you check that out. Spend less, sell more. That's business with Alibaba.com. So I hope this video helped you out. Comment, like, subscribe. See you next time.
Hey Hustle Ninja, thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to support the channel and have the chance to win a giveaway to help your clothing brand, be sure to check out onlyninjas.com. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay hustling.